Adobe Spark has released some cool new features to create social media artwork, so let's check them out. Hi, my name is Janek, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And let's talk now about Adobe Spark. So a few months ago, I released a video how to easily create social media artwork with Adobe Spark, and you can find the link here somewhere on the top of the video, and also I'll put the link in the description of this video as well. So we use Adobe Spark practically on a daily basis. I use it to create Instagram posts, stories, Facebook posts, YouTube thumbnails, or any kind of posters or announcements. They're good for social media. So since I posted the last video, Adobe Spark released some new features mainly related to animations. And those features right now are available only on cell phones, so either Android or iPhone. So this is what I'm going to be showing you today. According to the pop-up messages from Adobe Spark application, and then also on the desktop, those features will be available soon on the desktop version. So let's hope that Adobe will not make us wait very long, and those features will be available on the desktop version as well. So in this video, I'm going to first start with the Android device and show you around all the cool new features. And then I'm going to borrow my phone from Sasha, my wife, because she uses an iPhone, and I'll show you only those features that are available on iPhone only. So let's get started. So here I'm on my home page of my cell phone. I'm going to launch it. Okay, so when you launch the application, most likely you'll be presented with the templates tab, and you can see that in the templates you have featured, premium, animations. Those are the animations, actually the ones that have the new animation features. And for example, I'll show you an example here. This is something here that has those stars. If you want some like simple text animation, so let me just so this is how the text is animated. Now if I go back to templates, you can start with templates, or you can create from scratch, or you can duplicate the previous post to create a new one. So in this example, let's create something that is part of the featured template. And then you just before I move forward, as you can see, some of the templates are premium. So those are the ones with the mark with a yellow badge here. The premium is basically either with the Adobe Spark subscription, so you can pay monthly for the Adobe premium subscription, or if you use already Creative Cloud subscription, this actually will come to bundle with this. So if you use Photoshop, Lightroom, or any other applications with Adobe as a Creative Cloud subscription, the premium in Adobe Spark will be already included. So it's kind of cool that you can already have the premium features. Now let's go back. I'm going to select this one here, the live cooking class. And I'm not gonna make, obviously I'm not gonna be creating artwork for cooking, but we're just gonna tweak it, and I'll show you how easy it is. Okay, so I'm gonna click on it again to kind of launch it. Okay, so first thing first, let me just remove those icons. So I'm just gonna click on those icons, delete. It's going to ask me this icon, delete, because those are icons related to cooking, so I'm not gonna be using it anyway. Now obviously this photo, you can use the stock photos that come with the templates, or you can use something that is more relevant to your post. I'm gonna replace it here. Actually, this one I'm gonna delete. I don't know why there's an extra kind of space. So now I can see the image is selected. I'm gonna replace it, and I'm gonna move with the gallery. And I'm going to use some of my recent one. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. Okay, I'm going to move it around. Okay, so now, okay, so I'm done. So this is my image now. If you use the Adobe Spark for desktop, you can actually define your brand colors, which is really cool. So I have some brands already defined. So I'm going to switch to my orange branding. So I have one black and white branding and one which is orange branding. So I'm going to select this orange branding. I'm going to apply it. And now everything, actually changes. So if I click multiple times, it's going to like rotate, those colors and see, how I want it. Okay, I think this is actually cool. Okay, so it adds the colors, the color palette. It puts my logo. So if I want actually to move my actually first I need to do done. Then if I want to move my logo, oops, it's always with the finger. It's always harder to move it. Okay, so I'm gonna move it maybe to the bottom here, and actually I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so like that. So make it here. I don't know if I want to keep keep the logo, but for now I'll keep it. Okay, so let's say instead of cooking class, I'm gonna make it let's say, what can we do it? Let's say this is photography workshop. Here it is. Let's say, okay, so we have now photography workshop. Let's say that this orange thing, maybe I want a little bit less opacity, so I'm gonna make it a little bit different opacity. I wonder if I want to change it maybe to this color. I think that may be better, and then maybe change the opacity. Okay, cool. Let's change this text. So let's say starts. Oh no. Let's say that this is gonna happen on June 1st, 2020. Okay, so just gonna put the date. I'm gonna make the date a little bit bigger. Here it is. So we're gonna put it in one line. Do I want to put it in one line? Maybe let's put it on two lines. Okay, and I'm gonna add it so that there's no comma, so maybe it will be easier. And then June. Oops, I deleted the T. So June 1st, 2020. Okay, now if I want maybe a little bit smaller, so I go to size and make the text a little bit smaller. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna say done. I'm gonna align it here. Probably this looks better probably if I make the adjustments to align center. So I'm gonna quickly adjust center. Done. Okay, this one I think alignment center works better as well. Okay, perfect. And maybe spacing, like you see, like letters, I want maybe a little bit closer together, but I want the lines to be more, and then maybe the text, the graphic around it, I can make it a little bit more thicker. Okay, so and then let's say what we do here. I say learn magic lighting. Okay, let's do this, and then we maybe make it a little bit bigger. Okay, I'm gonna make it like that. Perfect. So we have okay, so we have this, and what else? And then final Facebook is, I think it's pretty straightforward. If you want to, that's like one of the cool features that if you want to change it to, for example, Instagram, you can go to let me see, where is it? Shape, is it shape? Yeah, I think it's shape at the end. So for example, then right now it's Facebook. If you want to, for example, to Instagram, the icon will change automatically, and then obviously you have to change the text, from Facebook to Instagram. But let's keep it for Facebook, and we can try it. I mean, we can always change it some other way. I'm not sure if I like the logo, so I'm gonna delete it. Okay. So now. So this is cool. So we can already download it the way it is. This is a nice kind of static. And maybe one more thing. I'm going to select this, and you see, select multiple. So when I click multiple, I'm going to select this this round as well. So now both the circle and the text is selected. So I can move them together, in versus doing it individually. Okay, so I move it because I don't want to really like cut off the head. So here it is. So I'm gonna done, and I'll probably move a little bit more center. Here it is. Okay, so now it's in the center of the circle. Okay, coolness. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Maybe this one I'll just move it a little bit out, right, and then move this one to the center. Okay, like this, and then I can align this one. Okay, perfect. So now it's centered, or pseudo center, but you got the point. Okay, so so now let's say, okay, so this is a very kind of straightforward artwork. Now if I want to add animation, we can, so you can see that, you know, there's all the different animations. So I can, let's say I can do this, and it's going to just basically type this, you know, appear the other ones. I can do, you know, kind of random, which kind of doesn't make sense. You can make this one. I don't think it makes any sense here. This is dynamic. Flicker. I think this is a little bit too much. Too much as well. I think this is a kind of like, if you post this as a Insta story, I think that may look cool because it definitely catches attention. Maybe a little bit too much, but at least it will catch attention. So let's say, you know, and then beside the text animation, you can also go and then get photo animation. The only drawback is that you can have only one animation at a time. So you cannot have a photo animation and then also on top of it the text animation. So you have to decide, do I want to have the photo to be animated or do I want the text to be animated? And you have, you know, pan, maybe like this one is better when the photo just appears, you know. The other ones are gray, you know, focus, so it's like, you know, she's gonna be blurry and then come, you know, coming into focus. From black and, I think this is black and white, and the colors kind of like dipping. Okay, this one I don't like this one that much, so I think this one is black and white. Yeah, so black and white and coming into color. I think the first one, either the zoom, I think it's kind of cool, or if we go this kind of, I think, which one was it? No, not the text fade, but the text color shuffle. I think that was the one that kind of, you know, maybe worked. Okay, so let's say that, you know, this is the one that we want. Okay, I know it's over the top, but let's do it. Okay, now so now, you know, it's gonna play. When you want to download it, you have an option now to either download it as an image. The image will not have animation, and then, or you can do as a video. The video will be, you know, obviously a movie file. The only drawback is that if you have any social media application that does not accept movies, you know, for example, for her Facebook, like your cover art, it accepts only GIFs or GIFs, you know, however you want to pronounce it. So the video will not work here. But if you want to put into Insta stories, that's actually, you know, the MOV files are accepted, so that's not a problem. Okay, so I'm gonna download this one. So it's downloading right now. It's gonna save to my device. Okay. Okay, so this is saved. Now, this is where the cool feature of Spark, you know, is actually coming to play. If you want to resize, let's say that this is right now, I'm using Instagram Square Post. If I want to convert this into an Insta story, all I have to do is to switch the size, right? So I'm gonna do this. Now, it's a little, you know, it's obviously much narrower, so I may need to, you know, to change the layout of the text, etc. But let's say I'm gonna, so I'm gonna say done. I'm gonna do the text. I'm gonna do the size. I'm gonna make it obviously smaller, okay, and then I'm gonna move it here. This one, maybe I'll just move it, you know, maybe here, and then maybe I'll just make the alignment actually to the left. That's actually like that, so it aligns better. Maybe this text I will align as well. Okay, and then I'm gonna move this with the circle, these together, maybe somewhere here, right? And that's it. And then now maybe, and then this image doesn't make sense here. Maybe, obviously this, the find us on Facebook is too big, so maybe I'll just make it, you know, maybe like that, and then move it a little bit here. I don't know, you know, you get the idea, you know. Maybe I'll change the font, you know, like let me just change the color of this. So I'm make it white, okay? And I think the color of the font is better, you know, to be white. So find us on Facebook, right? Okay, so now this is my Insta story. So I can easily just, you know, once I'm done, I have the Insta story artwork. I'm just gonna actually make sure that this plays, you know, the same way. Actually, let me add the animation again. Oh yeah, it is playing already. So it was just a little bit of a delay. Okay, so I'm gonna animation, and let's keep it again. Yeah, it's playing. So this will be kind of cool for the Insta story. So now I'm done. I'm gonna download this again as a video, and I'll show you. I'll download this as well as as a picture, so that you have an idea, you know, what difference it makes. Okay, so it's saved now. So if I go to my gallery, okay, so now this is you see, this is the picture, I mean individual. This is the video. Okay, so if I play the video, basically this is what's doing it right now. Okay, and then the next one, this one is basically, it's a square, it's also a video, so you can, you know, so this is actually doing all the effect, but you know, in the square format. Okay, so for example, if I go to my Instagram now and I want to post something, right? If I do let's say the square one, okay, it's already showing me, so I can have a post with all this animation right, you know, right away. Very easy to do. It took me, you know, it takes maybe 5 minutes. If you want in the future, let me show you. Like if you want to do in the future, you can just where's my Adobe Spark? Here it is. So in the future, if I go back and I say my post, I can basically duplicate this and just create a new one, so I don't have to do all the work that I did initially. It's actually really cool and saves a lot of time. Okay, so these are the new features with the animation, the multiple selections, you know, that you can easily do in Adobe Spark. Now let me show you how what are the new features on the iPhone, because those are even cooler. Okay, so let me go and switch the phone. So I have the iPhone here. This is Sasha's iPhone. I believe it's an iPhone 10, but doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm going to start Adobe Spark Post. Okay, so these are the templates. And I'm going to go to my post. So right away, it sees all the posts that I created previously. So let's go to the last one that we just created. We're going to put edit. Okay, it's going to load quickly this. Okay, here I am. So now the animation features that I showed you before on the iPhone is exactly the same. What's different here now, that now I can add some Giphy or Jiffy animation. So look, I have text, image, video, icon, and I can do a sticker. And basically now, you know, let's say we can do, let's do camera. Okay, so, you know, if you want to add some camera icons, I'm just gonna put it here. Okay, it added the camera. Maybe, you know, instead of find us on Facebook, I'm just gonna delete this. I'm gonna, you know, put, maybe a little bit smaller. Okay, and now done. Okay, so now I'm playing it and it's gone. So it gives me the animation with the flashing of the text plus the camera flashing. So it's become this artwork is becoming very flashy, as you can see. Obviously the magic lighting will not be with the on camera flash, but you know, that's beside the point. You can see that this is, you know, actually pretty cool. Pretty cool feature, because, you know, all these Giphies that you have available through Instagram, now they are available inside Adobe Spark. So you can really have, you know, you can create really cool Insta stories that include all the cool artwork. You can have the swipe up icons, so whatever icons you want, or labels that you want to create, and you can just add some dynamic content, you know, for Instagram or for any other social media that you want to share. So if you have any questions about either how to use Adobe Spark or about the new features, leave a comment below. Tell me if you already, you know, liking it, or if you have some good different alternative that you're using that's easier as well. I've been using, Adobe Spark for a few years now. I absolutely love it. I like to stay with Adobe family of products. So again, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and then we'll see you with the next video.